Welcome to World Crafter TD for Tower Defense. It's a bit of a different one today, and as you can see, this is probably not going to be the game of the year or, a triple A. This is definitely not a triple A, but I actually had a lot of fun playing this prologue, and the full game is coming out in a couple of days at the time I'm recording this video. So what is this? Well, as I said, it is TD for Tower Defense. It's an highly addictive survival crafting tower defense game. This is me over here, right? In white, this is me. I have my gun, I can fire. I also have my bike. I can do some mining. And I have this so I can also cut some trees. And obviously all of these gives me resources, right? And then with those resources, I can start crafting things into my forge. I can put the forge wherever I want, I just put it there in the middle of nowhere. So you'll be able to craft it. And if you recognize this, this inventory, this screen, it is because, yes, this is not the first game of this developer. They have created other games in the past, including one that did blow up a bit, which was called Grand Emprise Time Travel Survival. Pretty good reviews. I think it's 70-something% positive on Steam right now, and it had a screen very similar to this one. So this is all of the resource I have right now. I get iron ore, I can get stone, I can get wood, and then I can craft things, right? Like coal is gonna use some of my wood, the stone, the bricks is gonna use stone and coal, the iron ingot is gonna use iron ore and coal, the gold ingot is gonna get gold ore and coal, the steel one is the second level because now you need to use iron ingots and gold ingots. And then with some of these, you can start also then having some of your tools. So you start with a very basic stone pickaxe, and then you can build an iron pickaxe, then a steel pickaxe. You can also build, a steel launcher, boots, etc. Many of these are actually a recipe that I've discovered in the world. How do you discover, things in the world? By beating waves of enemies. So whenever you want, you can start a wave through this portal. They're gonna come and follow this path here. And this is why you put, turrets. You can see I have multiple turrets. I've created a couple of different ones. We have stone turrets, iron one, bomb ones, glue turret, and each of them, cost different types of resources. They have different, attacks. They also have different potential bonuses. So for example, the glue one is going to reduce the speed of, the enemies, those type of things. So we are going to build, many of these, like you can see over there with my resources. You also need to have solar panels or wind turbine, for electricity for these turrets. And then the last big thing is new cell. What is new cell? Well, new cell is basically expanding, the terrain over here, because at the beginning you start with only this space, and then you start, buying this one, buying that one, etc. And you can see the next one in the prologue is sort of blocked, right? Because you need 10 millions to buy it, so it's not gonna happen. But I'm guessing that in the full game you're gonna be able to expand pretty far, because so far I've only beaten 17 rounds of enemies, and I'm sure it's pretty much infinite, right? So yeah, that's the premise of the game. Let me restart the game so I can show you a bit how it actually plays, and then we can talk about my feelings and, do I suggest you buy it or not? Okay, so it is. We have restarted, and as you can see at the top, you have some small tutorial, right? Equip your pickaxe, your hatchet with hotkey 1 and 2. And indeed, it's good to have some hotkeys. Left click on resources to harvest, press E or I or V for your inventory. So this is my inventory over here. Alt tab to get into the build mode. And at the beginning, we have only this unlocked, right? We're gonna want to find more. So, that's what we have to do. Let's cut a bit of wood. It is. It takes a bit of time. It's worth noting that at the beginning, you can decide if you want a bonus multiplier. I actually went for a bonus multiplier of 2. So you can increase it or reduce it, which is how many resources you're gonna get, right? Inside every time you cut something. So I know I'm cutting a lot right now. while we start, but it's just to make sure I have enough to do quite a few things and I don't need to just go recut in 1 second, because you'll probably find that boring. I'm gonna do the same with this one over here. So it is, I gathered quite a bit of resources, but by the way, it's worth noting that the resources are basically infinite. You know, the trees and even the rocks, you know, they will reappear every couple of seconds. I don't know if I like that or not, to be honest, but that's how the game is built. So let's go, let's start building a forge. I think we're gonna put all of this in this corner over here. So we want a forge over here. Yeah, look, there it is. This one just reappeared. Now the building is the same. You need to build them by clicking on them. Done. Okay, so it is. We also need this solar panel. So let's go. No, we don't have actually. This costs 2 iron ingots. So let's make 2 iron ingots. That means we're gonna need a bit of coal, right? This is too cold. So here it is. We can build multiple forge, by the way, if we want to. We're gonna do that for sure very soon. So take the items, and then let's build 2. How much does it cost to build a forge? Is it nothing? Yeah, it is nothing. So let's build right away a second one, so that I can do things in parallel. Right? So let's go. Let's try making tons of coal. I don't really need the wood anyway. Now I'd love to have a button to create, maybe, you know, if I press shift, for example, it'd be great to create 10 at once, but no, it doesn't seem to be working. That's live, so I'm clicking on my mouse. Poor mouse is getting destroyed. Okay, let's take the 2 iron ingots. Let's build a solar panel over here. Actually, let's go a bit further. We need to build it too. There it is. We have 150 of power and consuming nothing. Great. So we can build our first turret, except it's gonna cost us either bricks or iron ingots, or both. Let's go crazy. Let's do both. So let me just, you know, do some crafting again. Good thing is we have now a lot of coal, right? So I can craft some bricks over here. If you want to be very organized, what you can do is have 1 for each, right? We can have 1 for bricks, 1 for coal, etc. So let's build another one here up. That's gonna be my 1 for iron. 1 for iron, 1 for bricks, 1 for coal. And then I know I said I probably won't need new resources anytime soon, but yeah, I'm sure we're gonna need some resources pretty soon. It is, we're only making 3. Okay, good. Need more coal. So I'll see you in a minute when I've done that. So it is 1 minute later and we have quite a bit of bricks and iron ingots. I also built a second of the solar panel over here, so it's time to build some defenses. We're gonna go over here, put stone turrets. We can't put them too close. We can rotate with R, of course. We can build it. That's better when it's built, right? Let's do the same on the other side. Come on. Yeah, good. And then we're gonna want also iron turret. Let's go. Not too close, but also not too far. We need to place many in a line, right? That's what tower defense is. Okay, I think we can probably start the first attack. So you go over here, you press E, and the first attack comes. And then these ones are very easy. It's the first wave. So here it is. You can see my towers are destroying these blurbs very easily. I know some people are going to say, wait, what is that? Yeah, I know the developer didn't spend a lot of time thinking about those enemies. I could have seen something more like, you know, I don't know, gnomes or something like this would have been fun. But the key thing is now, if I look at my inventory, I gain 20 impure coins. So we're gonna need to transform them into pure coins. But first, let's probably build another turret. Come on, no space over here somewhere? Okay, then you're gonna be on the other side. So how do you transform the coins into... Oh, we have too much power. No, not enough power. I mean, we're using too much, right? You can see we're using 400. So that's not good. Do I have enough to build one? Yeah, just enough to build one. So let's go. Oops, let's rotate it here. Good. Build it. Perfect. So then what we will want to do is this anvil. Okay, it needs 4 iron ingots. So let's get that. Hopefully I have enough. Yes, good. So we get 1, 3 more, come on, 2. You can see it over here, right? It's finished, perfect, 4. So let's create that anvil, put it over there, construct it. And now we're gonna want to craft gold coins. It takes those impure coins, but also it takes a gold ingot. So we need to make some gold ingots. Good thing I have some gold ore and some coal, so I can just make it. Done. Okay, while this is happening, I think we can probably start the next attack. See it, yeah, looking fine so far. All good. They are not going very far, which is good. Okay. While this is happening, there's also continuing to mine, and here it is. We won round 2, and we probably have a bit more of gold right now, so we can transform it into those coins here. Let's go. It's gonna take a second. While this is happening, I can continue, obviously, to go get some more wood to transform into coal, right? That's the core gameplay mechanic, at least at the beginning of the game, right? To gather resources manually yourself, then craft semi-automatically, right? And then get some defenses, get some coins. And now that we have some coins, we can go into new sale and buy. You can see this one will cost me 40. We have 40. It's perfect. So we've extended the road, right? We've extended the terrain. We also have this treasure chest. So let's open it. And we found a bomb turret blueprint. So if I look over here now, I don't have only 2, I have now 3, right? And that's what I showed you before. Then you're going to unlock more and more. You're going to need, more and more defenses because the waves are going to get bigger, stronger. So right now it's only red blurbs, which basically I think 1 attack on the red one and they're dead. Then you're going to get blue, green, yellow that are like, for example, look at this. These blue ones, they take several attacks to die. And some of them will get faster, etc. So that's the whole gameplay mechanic, right? Now we're back in the full base where I sort of finished the prologue. You can see there's more defenses, obviously more, electricity. We could have a lot more forges, but there's one thing that hasn't changed, is that up to this point, I still have to mine and, cut wood manually. There's no automation to it. Now, to be fair, I have seen a picture, I've seen a screenshot of mine on a deposit, and the developer also confirmed to me in an email that it is indeed available later in the game to automate some of the resource production, but I haven't seen it myself, right? So I can't really judge it, how it works, etc., how quickly it comes into the gameplay loop, because today, as of now, this is my main problem with the game. I mean, of course, again, as I said at the beginning, I don't think this is going to be the game of the year. It's not like the graphics are the most amazing ever. They're not terrible either. I mean, this is probably like a lot of assets, standard assets, but it's fine, right? And frankly, I quickly got sort of addicted, I got into the gameplay loop of let's get more resource to get more turrets so that I can get and beat the next wave, because usually you're gonna try to send a wave, it's gonna be too big, you're gonna die, and so you restart. You don't have to restart from scratch, you just restart by, you know, getting a bit more resources, putting 1 or 2 more towers, and then trying again and hoping that you can win, right? So this gameplay loop obviously works well. That's the whole tower defense concept, and we know it's addictive. But to me, if you want to have a mix of tower defense with, you know, a bit like Satisfactory or, you know, survival crafting games, you need to be able to automate, or you need to be able to somehow get a lot more resources a lot quicker than in the beginning. Yes, I do have, you know, a pike that seems to be a lot better. I also have, you know, a bit more inventory slot with my bag tier 1, and because I see tier 1, I know I'm probably gonna get tier 2, tier 3 in the future, etc., that improve, you know, how I am. But it doesn't feel like a lot easier. It doesn't feel like it is a lot more automated than before. And that's, again, what would make, for me, the game a lot better. And again, as I said, I think it is coming later in the game, like later in the sense of, you know, in the full game, not in the prologue. So I'm keen to see that. I'm keen to see how this evolves, how many more of those turrets we have, how many more types of enemies we have. You know, I'm sure, I mean, I've already seen in the prologue some enemies that are a lot faster than others, those type of things. But maybe I could also see some enemies that are, you know, immune to the to some types of turrets. So you need to make sure that you have really a good mix of them, those type of things. So again, I mean, this prologue is available for free on Steam. So I'll put the link in the video description below. Feel free to try it for yourself. The full game is supposed to come out in a couple of days. I don't know at which price, so I can't tell you if it's really worth it or not at this point. But I do think, you know, if you want something a bit different, if you like tower defense, it's one to look for and check out. Thank you for watching, smash like button, and I hope to see you next time.